morning everyone. Spring has sprung on the homestead. Welcome to Gendera. I'm Gerowyn and today I'm going to do a quick early spring garden tour. So, a catch up on how everything's going with the potatoes. So these are the potatoes that I planted into the hay bales. Not a lot different from last month. I am getting hammered by the 28 spot black lady beetle. Nasty little lady beetles. They are not beneficial, they are nasty and they are absolutely hammering this plant. So what I do with those is every time I see one I squash it, which is what I just did with that one. There's another one over that side. I'll go do that one. They really are hammering this potato. I'm not quite sure why. So is my cat. Oh, there's another one. And I missed that one. Anyway, and there is Gina from Cosmic Cultivators. If you haven't checked them out, they're one of my Team Aquarius teammates in SHEDWARS21. SHEDWARS21 is a global gardening collaboration from all over the world where we're sharing our gardening tips and tricks. And these hay bales are one of my tricks and tips, and that is to mulch really heavily to feed the soil, especially if you're growing in a dry condition like I am here in the Lockyer Valley in Queensland, Australia, which is, I believe, hardiness zone 4. My papaya had survived nicely over winter, and they're doing well, starting to put on new growth. They are getting quite thirsty. We haven't had a lot of rain so far this spring, but yeah, it's all doing well. Let's check the other side of that. Nasturtiums are all beautifully in bloom, and my Moringa is coming to life, starting to flower. Yeah, it's doing very well. I'm really pleased with my Moringa. It's starting to come back nicely, and it was just grown from a cutting that I got and stuck in a pot, and then we moved. So this poor little Moringa tree has really struggled. But yeah, let's keep going. More nasturtiums beautifully in flower. That tomato's pretty much dead. The basil hasn't completely died, but it's going to seed nicely, so it's going to create a nice bed of volunteer basil around the place. And my elderberry is starting to flower. This Moringa is doing okay. It's not doing as well as the other one. And you might see behind here, Booster, our new rooster. He is a Rhode Island Red, and he's also very feisty. And he's probably going to go into freezer camp. Leave a comment below what you think I should do with Booster. We got him for free. And I was wanting a Rhode Island Red to go with my girls, because he's not related to them. And Rhode Island Reds over white hens produce a really good laying hen, and these girls already lay beautifully. Most of them are a white hen crossed with a blue Australorp. But yes, the problem with Booster is he's attacked my 4-year-old, he's also attacked my 12-year-old, and he attacked me. So it's a little bit tricky to get in that pen to look after them. Okay, so more nasturtiums flowering beautifully. My rue's coming back. The tansy's not looking great, but it's not dead. More nasturtiums. Comfrey's doing well. My cassava is coming back nicely. I was actually planning on chopping this up, dividing it and propagating it, but I haven't got around to it yet. My Pella is still alive. It's not dead. It really does probably need a lot more water than it's getting. I really do need to put another heavy layer of mulch on top of this bed. Not a cat. Almanzo, are you in the garden? And my single seed challenge. Check it out, guys. My Madagascar beans. I've actually got some beans. And we got some flower activity happening over here. Oh, where is it? I lost it. There we go. Let's see if I can get it. Can I get it in shot? We have some Madagascar flower activity happening. So yeah, I'll do a video on the Madagascar soon, because it is actually starting to come back to life. Well, coming to life. It clearly did not like winter. and it did not like not getting a lot of sun. So I've definitely got a significant number of beans on there. Really pleased with that. So yes, chooky chooks. There's another one of my SHEDWARS teammates, Team Aquarius team member, Danny from Cajun Hydroponics is over here keeping an eye on my tomato, which I've been getting some lovely Roma tomatoes off this bush. So I've actually decided to take some cuttings from that, and I've popped it over with the boys' aquaponics, which is actually still hydroponics because there's no fish in there yet. And part of that is just because we haven't gotten around to monitoring the water properly. So my borage plant down here is not looking real great. It's not dead, but it does look like it's possibly thinking about flowering. It'd be nice if it was doing better. My pigeon pea, it's starting to flower, which is great. It means I'll get some peas so I can propagate more, but I've got heaps of pigeon pea seeds around the place. I just need to plant them. Another nasturtium in flower. There's a sweet potato in there too somewhere. But the tomato's doing really well. Quite pleased with that. It is starting to get some dead leaves on it, so I really do need to come in and trim those off and prune it. But yeah, let's keep going. We've got one of my other teammates. We got Nettie and Z. They're from Freehandly Made AU. They're also Team Aquarius members, and they're guarding my passion fruit vine, which is doing fantastically. It's doing a lovely job climbing up the tree that I don't want to keep. But it's all good. The other thing too is over there I've got a little elderberry that's starting to grow nicely. That was a sucker that I pulled out of the ground when I planted the potatoes that we looked at before. Got some sweet potatoes in here, and the comfrey's doing well. Plus a whole heap of roofing shed tin. This is what came off my roof when we put the new roof on to stop it from leaking. So yes, we have some ideas on what we're going to do with this. Lots here. Lots of potential. If you've got any ideas, leave them in the comments below. But let's keep going. This is where we've got some action going. And look at that. It's the spy from Team Will It Grow. This one is Gail from Gail Southern Living. She's actually Niecy's sister-in-law. And she's a lovely lady. She's over in Texas. And she's got a fantastic channel. But look at it. My elderberry is starting to flower. How cool is that? Elderberry starting to flower. This is just going to be covered in bees soon, which is wonderful because I really want to attract some pollinators over to this area, because my choco vine, which was growing over there, died. Although the actual vine itself hasn't died because it's shooting off up here and coming up this elderberry. See, this was an elderberry that I planted from some cuttings that I got from our other house. And we planted it here in December, I think it was. Look at that, that's just going to be covered. Wow, this is going to be awesome. Elderberries are so easy to propagate. I'll have to do a video on it soon. So I got some little Elysiums down the bottom there, and some gerberas. There's a sweet potato down there and some comfrey. And there's my Rhode Island Red Pen, which is where I'll probably put my white hens again, because they're not related to Red Rooster. And check him out. He is a beautiful rooster. And he's friendly too. He's not nasty like Booster. Look at him. Isn't he? Is he a beautiful rooster or what? But the whole reason I wanted to get Booster was so that when Rhode Island Red has babies with these girls, then I can put their hens with Booster. But I think Booster's going to be a problem. But is he a gorgeous rooster or what? He is just absolutely stunning. Yeah, really, really love Red Rooster. And he is a lovely rooster. He's never attacked us, not even once. 4-year-old comes in here all the time. 12-year-old comes in here all the time, and they love these chickens. But yeah, they're my Rhode Island Reds. Next we've got Becky and Bronwyn. And I can't remember what what Jonathan's called his rooster, but his rooster is is brothers to the white hens. So I can't put him with the hens, but isn't he a big boy? So blue Australorp crossed with a white bond bird. So yeah, makes a big rooster. Look at that. He's actually bigger than my Rhode Island Red Rooster. See, I'm looking forward to actually raising up some meat birds from him, because that line just produces some beautiful, fantastic laying hens and fantastic meat birds. Haven't tried them taste-wise yet, just haven't had a chance to. But yeah, so that's Jonathan's chickens. Let's check out Matthew's chickens. Got another Will It Grow spy. Here is Wild Edibles. Check out her channel. She's got some fantastic stuff, and she actually just did an entry into the Jandera Milk Challenge. So I'll leave a link up there for her video on that. She was making mozzarella, and then her husband Mike the Caveman actually did a video as well where he made another lot of mozzarella, where she made another lot of mozzarella and a lot of ricotta. So lots of ideas for milk. Now this rooster is also related to that one and my other white hens, but he's not related to the white chickens in here because they are Australorps. At least they're supposed to be, although that white one doesn't seem to be as Australorpy as it used to be. Used to have beautiful black eyes. But these are Matthew's chickens. It's Lucy and I can't remember what he's named the other one. But yes, they're over here with Marbella and the baby goats who have just been taken away from their mummy again because mummy got some pink milk, and I think that might be because they're being too rough and they're way too old to still be being fed from mum. It's just too hard on mummy. Nettie and Bruce are 5 months old, well and truly old enough to not be being fed from mum anymore. So I have got these 3 in here. I just got Marbella in here because it was easier. And I'm not sure if I'm game to have the babies in the electric fence while Laura's somewhere else, because they could actually try and get out. And I could put Laura and Mary back in the electric fence setting, and I might do that. But at the moment they're over having some weeds out the front. So let's keep moving along. Got my little trees here that really desperately need to go in the ground. I've got mulberries, more moringa cuttings that have been growing, and a curry leaf tree, which the top seemed to have died off, but it looks like it's actually sprouting out the bottom again. Okay, so let's keep going. Little bed down here. My poor little dragon fruit, I haven't fixed it up yet. But yeah, so I've got my little parsley, got some rosemary that I've taken some cuttings off, my gerbers, my lemon balm's coming up. I'm going to go into these pots in another video with my Gladiator 4 update. More some Elysium, and my snapdragon's starting to flower. How cool is that? Isn't that beautiful? And my oregano is coming back nicely. More parsley, more Elysium, and my mint is coming back. I thought it had died. My Monsterio Delicio is doing fantastically, and I'm going to do a video on propagating it soon. Lemongrass that I got from Tyler is doing fantastically. My lavender is doing well. I've tried to take some cuttings from that, so hopefully that'll sprout. A little geranium, more lemongrass, my citronella, and this is all here as part of my mozzie prevention strategy at the milk stand. So this is a citronella plant. I'm yet to take some more cuttings off it and propagate it, and then I've got some wormwood and another gerbera. The wormwood is a really good anti-parasite for the goats, as are some of the other herbs along here, like the oregano and the parsley and all that sort of stuff. So let's keep going. Raspberries are starting to do well, and I think that's a lemon tree. I brought it over from Eagleby and it just looked absolutely terrible. I had it in the aquaponics. I've now put it into a pot, and it's starting to get some lovely new growth, so I'm really pleased with that. My daffodils are coming up, my macadamia is doing well. Chamomile, I think that's a German chamomile, sorry. Now strawberries, lots of strawberries. We got some dill, I got some irises in a pot, as well as some irises in the garden. Sorry about my shadow. My German chamomile's not doing so well, or is that Roman? That might be the Roman chamomile. Those strawberries are a bit sad. I want strawberries. Well, I know you want strawberries. So these are the boys' pots. Most of Jonathan's beans didn't do so well, which is very sad for Jonathan. But his calendula is about to flower, and his lettuce is bolting. He's got some more strawberries coming. His chocolate mint is doing fantastically. Look at your chocolate mint, Jonathan. Your chocolate mint's doing really well. And look at that, you've got a tomato on. Look, you've got a tomato. How exciting. Yeah. Matthews is doing well as well. He's been getting lots of strawberries off his. My asparagus is doing well. Yes, he has. He's got a calendula flower, hasn't he?
I could have a
you will.
flower.
My blood orange is flowering. Oh, more than flowering, it's fruiting. Oh my goodness, I should probably take all of those off actually. Because being in a pot this size, it's not going to be able to maintain that many fruit. But look at that. Wow. Matthew loves blood oranges, and my Maya lemon has got heaps of flowers and it's also doing well. That one is in a ridiculously small plant pot, so I'm going to have to take those fruit off.
Look at your mandarin.
Yeah, the mandarin hasn't started flowering yet, so no problems there. That's my comfrey that I propagated a while ago. Oh, and this is the other comfrey. It is doing really well in here. Really well. I've got links to propagating the comfrey, and I've got a old Hamii bamboo that I'm hoping to be able to grow up and propagate as well. And I've got all my other strawberries down here, more comfrey, my blueberries, my warrigal green. Oh, and there's Frogfoot Holler hiding in the blueberry patch and the warrigal greens.
Mum!
Yes, Jonathan?
Look at the blueberries.
Yeah, lots of blueberries. Lots of blueberries, very exciting. Matthew's lettuce in the aquaponic is doing fantastically. And this is one of the tomatoes that I've just cutting off and chucked it in there just to try and strike it. I've got a couple others in here. Oh, and this is plantain. I actually was up at Toowoomba the other day and there was just plantain everywhere. So I just pulled up a couple of plants because it's considered a weed, although plantain is an amazing medicinal plant. So I chopped off all the leaves, gave it to the, yes, it's a herb, gave the leaves to the chickens and put the roots in here, and I'm getting quite a few of them growing up, so that's fantastic. The boys' beetroot is doing fantastically. Jonathan's lettuce isn't doing as well as Matthew's, but it had a few challenges. I think a goat ate the top off. That tomato is looking like it's going to strike as well. And the carrots that are in here are doing okay as well. Oh, and that's another tomato that I put in here as well. These carrots is doing fantastically. They are really doing well. My pots aren't doing so well. They're getting a little bit too hot. But the rosemaries, they're doing well. Strawberries are down the bottom are doing great. The kale's actually recovering from being badly neglected for a while there. Yes, I planted a bean seed here and it's actually producing some beans. They're nearly ready to pick actually. Actually, I'll pick those too.
Can I eat the little one?
Yes, you can eat the little one.
Can I try one? At least the little one?
There you go.
Can I have the whole one?
You can have the whole one. What does it taste like?
A hairy pea.
A hairy pea. The Okinawa spinach is doing well here. It's a fantastic alternative to lettuce during summer because it copes well in the heat. It won't bolt. My peppermint's doing well. My little herbs in here are doing okay. Actually, most of them are doing really well.
Can I have some of the...
You would probably really like the pineapple sage. Something smells really nice in here. So yeah, my parsley's not doing so well. I actually grew that parsley from seed. That's a capsicum that I grew from seed, and so is that one, a pepper. They're not doing so well. My basil, need to prune that back again. Yes, you can have some, Jonathan. The sheep sorrel, so that's just my little herby patch. It's right at the kitchen door. I can't remember what that one is. So let's check out the aquaponics. We've only just started feeding the fish again. Okay, feed them, Jonathan. And they're still adapting to being fed again because they've got to rebuild up the bacteria in their stomach. to start processing the food. So they're still not eating a huge amount. So yeah, I'll have to get some underwater footage of them soon. But the water temperature is 29. Says it's a bit of a warm day today. No, they're still not coming up to eat. The Okinawa spinach in the aquaponics has gone completely out of control. I need to trim it right back. The celery is still doing fantastically. Last time I measured it, it was like 1.4 meters was the longest celery, and it's really tasty still too. But it is taking over, and that is a problem. I need to get in here and clean this all up. More celery. My pella is shooting nicely. I'm going to have to put that in the dirt somewhere. Got some mulberries off this little mulberry plant, and it's doing really well because it's getting lots of water. Mulberries love lots and lots of water. And that was yummy. That one's going to be yummy too. But yes, the aquaponics is doing well. Yummy. Excuse me. These pellet cuttings are not all taking off as much as I would like them to have. I do have some struck, but it's not a huge drama because it really is quite prolific when it gets going. My peas died. Just died. Really quite sad. Leeks are doing fantastically. Most of these I actually bought from the shops and chopped the top off. Well, all of them actually. That is a shallot. Look at that seed head. I mean, that is just beautiful. The pollinators love it. Yeah, gerbera here that's doing well. This passion fruit is not doing very well at all. I need to get in the ground. Lettuces in here have all bolted. Now we got Billy from the Wickershire project. I got a water chestnut in there. That could be some ginger if I'm really lucky, or it's just an extension of the taro. It's probably the taro. This is the flower head from the leek that was growing over in the pots over there. Wild Edible suggested that I just chucked it in the aquaponics, so I have, and it's just taking off. I need to go and separate it. Still haven't done that. My kale is still doing well. I still need to harvest some of that and dehydrate it. Taro's starting to do fantastically. It's going to take over if I don't do something with it soon. These lettuce have gone to seed, so all I'm doing with those is I'm just dusting the seeds over the bed, and this bed will just be filled with lettuce. I'll just have lettuce coming up everywhere. But being summer, it's going to bolt. Like once we get to summer, it's going to bolt. These are the leeks from the Gladiator Ford Challenge. They're doing fantastically. Oh, we've got some lovely strawberries. Oh, it looks like this one's, it's sad. That one should have been picked a couple of days ago. Can't eat that one. But this one's going to be ready in a couple of days. And we've got a couple more in here. Fun. And then you've got the longevity spinach is going nuts in there, and celery is still taking over. So that's the aquaponics. Let's check on the bananas. We're down at the bananas. And this is my, what's this one? I can never remember. This is the blue Java. And I've got the grey water from the house coming down here. That's why this area is so lush and green. But check it out. There's a sucker. Very exciting. That's a new banana tree that I'm going to be able to take out and propagate. And over here at the Cavendish, we have some suckers still too. So these were here last time I did a video. I haven't taken them out yet. So we've got two little suckers down here.
What is suckers?
Suckers are little trees. They're basically little baby trees. But yeah. So the bananas are doing fantastically, and I'm expecting them to really start taking off now that we're coming into the warmer seasons. So yes. So that's about it. Oh, hang on. No, the mulberry tree that I planted out the front. Let's go check it out. Okay, on our way to check on the mulberry. I thought we'd check on the goats, Laura and Mary. There's Laura, she's got a patch of grass over there to munch on, and there's Mary. I've really got to get in and do something with this trellising system. I've got to replace all the wiring in it, so because it's just a mess. It's just a big mess. Dear, I was hoping to be able to get the goats set up with an electric fence around this whole area so they could clean it up, but with my neck playing up the way it has been lately, it's just not an option. I can't get star pickets in the ground, and the ground's too hard because we haven't had any rain. Well, not much rain. So back to the mulberry. And here is the mulberry tree. It's doing really well. I should possibly take some of that fruit off, but the little plants in there are all doing well.
You should take that one off.
Well, that one's not ready to eat yet. Yeah, so it's possibly not getting... it's quite hot here at the moment, so it's getting heaps of sun, but it's just not quite getting enough space. So I probably really need to move out the shade cloth area a bit more to give it a bit more space. But that's the mulberry. And oh, hubby's starting to work on doing the contour lines so that we can set up some swales in here for the food forest area. So the swale along here goes, he's put little pegs out and the rope to find where the contour goes, and it goes over to there. So yeah, so we're going to dig some swales in here, and the mango over there. Mango tree, it's doing quite well. It's got a little pigeon pea next to it and a leucaena just to act as support trees, because they are fantastic at nitrogen fixing. But yeah, it's possibly not getting enough water here. As you might be able to tell, my paddocks are very dry. Very dry. There are some spots that are growing, but not many. And I haven't gone around and picked all those pumpkins. I really do need to. They're probably goat food now. But yeah, the paddock's looking really sad. Not a lot of green around, which is really unfortunate.
This is green?
That's green, it's a weed. I'm not sure if the goats like that. But yes, I need to get protection back up around that mango, because Gavin took off with the cage and the shelter I had around there to make the stairs for Mum for the caravan. So I need to set that back up again so that I can bring the goats in here and get them to start cleaning up and eating all these weeds. But yes, so that's the update for today. If you've found that interesting and that you've enjoyed the tour of the paddock and the property and everything, it's very bright out here. Yes, early spring, not a lot of rain, and one 4-year-old. It's quite warm, quite hot, but yes, it's going to get hotter, and it's going to get a lot hotter. So it's night times we're still getting down to around 5 degrees in the mornings, with a top of anywhere from 25 to 32, I think we've gotten up to so far. It's going to get a lot hotter. So I really do need to start getting a lot of my systems in place to start protecting the plants and to get things growing. It takes time. But you have a great day, and remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel so you can keep up to date with what's happening on the homestead.
Bye.
Bye. You have a great day. Remember, you're either green and growing or you're ripe and running. How's it go, Jonathan? What is it? You're...
green and growing or ripe and rotting.
You got it. Bless you. Have a great day.
Bye.